Everyone tells you the same story about New Jersey. North Jersey means Manhattan money. South Jersey means Philly prices. And Central Jersey? Central Jersey is just the boring middle you drive through to get to somewhere else. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. That story is wrong, and the data proves it. Somerset County was just ranked the #1 best county to live in across the entire state of New Jersey, according to Niche's 2026 county ratings. Not North Jersey, not the shore, not anywhere near a beach or a skyline. A quiet farmland county sitting right in the middle of the map beat every single other county in New Jersey. And it's not a fluke, because when you look at the town level data, the #1 place to live in the entire state isn't Hoboken. It isn't Montclair. It's a town most people outside the region have never heard of based on Niche's current statewide rankings. So if you've been scrolling relocation forums, assuming Bergen County or a shore town has this locked up, you're working off an assumption that the numbers just don't support anymore. Today we're ranking Central Jersey from best to worst using current rankings and current housing data, not vibes, not nostalgia, not what your cousin told you about a town he visited once in 2015. Quick intro so you know who's talking. I put together a content for real estate clients across Central Jersey, so I'm looking at this data constantly, not just pulling it once for a video. Here's my promise to you for the next several minutes. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which Central Jersey counties are worth your time, which towns are quietly outperforming the rest of the state, and what it's actually costing buyers to get into this market right now. This month, not last year's numbers. This isn't a highlight reel of pretty downtowns. This is actually ranking backed by actual sources, so you can make a real decision instead of a gut one. Well, let's get into it. We're starting from the bottom because even 5th place here is genuinely strong. Hunterdon County. Hunterdon comes in at #7 statewide overall, but don't let that 5th place spot on today's list fool you into thinking it's weak. It still carries an A+ overall grade and an A+ specifically for public schools per Niche's current New Jersey county rankings. Hunterdon is, more than anything, is the most rural county in this lineup. Farmland stretches for miles. You're not going to find a Metuchen style walkable downtown with a coffee shop on every corner. What you will find is space, real space, not my space. The kind where your kids can have a backyard bigger than most entire lots in North Jersey. Here's the honest truth about rankings like this one. They're composite scores built from schools, safety, cost of living, jobs, amenities, all blended into one number. That blending can vary what actually matters to you personally. If walkability and nightlife are your priority, Hunterdon drops fast on your personal list. But if what you actually want is quiet and land and distance from noise, Hunterdon might be your personal #1, not your #5. And I don't want you to write it off just because it's ranked 5th out of 5 today. #4, boom, Monmouth County. Monmouth holds overall A+ grade and an A for public schools, landing at #6 statewide, again, according to Niche's current rankings. Now, some people will argue Monmouth belongs more in the shore conversation than Central Jersey conversation, and honestly, that's a fair pushback. It straddles both identities, but geographically and in terms of how the region gets discussed, it's part of the Central Jersey block, so we're including it. Here's where the emotional reality kicks in, though. Compare Monmouth directly to Somerset, which we're about to talk about at the top of this list. Somerset gives you that same suburban, family-oriented feel, but Monmouth's proximity to the shore means housing supply gets tighter and prices climb faster, especially the closer you get to the water. So if you're a buyer choosing between the two, you're essentially trading a bit more breathing room in your budget for beach access. That's not a bad trade for a lot of families. It's the whole point of moving here, but it's exactly why Monmouth sits 4th on this list instead of higher purely on the housing access side of the equation. Thinking about relocating to New Jersey? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below, from top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is, this guide's 100% free. That's right. You heard me right. 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. #3, Mercer County. Mercer lands at #5 statewide, holding an overall A+ grade and an A for public schools. Based on the same current niche data, we have to talk about the elephant in the room here. This is the county with Princeton in it. That's one town with its Ivy League gravity, pulls an enormous amount of weight for how people perceive all of Mercer County. But here's what's easy to miss if you only think about Princeton. Mercer's real strength is that the intellectual, historic character of the county doesn't stop at Princeton's borders. It's woven through the school districts and the community feel across the whole county. That said, if you're picturing yourself buying a home in downtown Princeton specifically, be honest with yourself about the price tag that reputation carries, because it's not the affordable end of Mercer County. The good news is, this is where it gets exciting, is that Mercer has a release valve for that price pressure. We're going to talk exactly where that is in just a minute. Number 2, Middlesex County. Boom. Middlesex comes in at number 3 statewide with an A+ overall grade and an A+ specifically for public schools. Again, straight from Niche's current county rankings. I generally call this the heart of Central Jersey, and here's what's not just a throwaway line. Middlesex is home to Rutgers University, my alma mater, side note, and a major university anchor that does something that pure residential counties simply can't replicate. It brings culture, infrastructure, economic stability, and a level of diversity that shows up in the food, the events, the whole texture of daily life. Picture this for a second. You're grabbing dinner on a random Tuesday in Middlesex County, downtown, and within a few blocks, you've got several completely different cuisines, college theater performance, and a farmer's market that's still running because the growing season here supports it. That's the kind of everyday texture that a purely bedroom community county just doesn't offer. If you want walkable downtowns and you refuse to sacrifice access to real university town energy, Middlesex is doing something that almost nothing else in the state is doing at this level. Number 1, Somerset County. Boom, boom. Somerset takes overall top spot among all 21 counties in New Jersey. Not just the Central Jersey ones, all of them, with an overall A+ grade and top marks specifically for public schools and family life, confirmed directly on Niche's current New Jersey county rankings page. Stop and actually sit with that for a second, because it's easy to hear a stat like number 1 and let it slide right past you. This is a county with rolling farmland, quiet residential streets, none of the density of a Bergen County suburb, and it still beat every single other county in the state, including the ones sitting right next to Manhattan. That's the Central Jersey formula working at its absolute best. Small town living, genuinely strong schools without giving up your commute options into either New York or Philadelphia. If you're a family trying to figure out where New Jersey gives you the most peace of mind without asking you to sacrifice access, the data is telling you pretty loudly that it's Somerset. Now let's zoom all the way into the individual towns, because a county level ranking only tells so much of the story. This is where it gets personal. Princeton Junction, technically part of West Windsor Township inside Mercer County, is currently ranked the single best place to live in the entire state of New Jersey. Not the best in Central Jersey, the best in the whole state, with an A+ overall grade and an A+ for public schools, per Niche's current statewide town rankings. Remember what we said about Princeton's price pressure? This is the release valve. Princeton Junction rides on the reputation of Princeton, the schools, the intellectual community, the general sense of prestige, without asking you to pay Princeton's downtown price tag or deal with its tourist crowds. Now picture the actual daily life this creates. You wake up in a quiet residential neighborhood, walk to a train station that's minutes from your front door, and you're in Manhattan or Philadelphia within a reasonable commute window, all while your kids attend schools that carry that same A+ rating. That combination, genuinely small town intimacy paired with big city access, is exactly why this unassuming town is currently outranking every suburb in Bergen County, every shore town in the state. Metuchen in Middlesex County comes in at number 10, best place to live in statewide, also carrying an A+ overall grade and an A+ for public schools, according to the same current niche ranking. This is the town that keeps showing up on every best downtown list you scroll past. And now we can actually see the numbers backing that reputation up instead of just taking someone's word for it. Princeton Junction represents the suburban, quiet street ideal, but Metuchen is the walkable, downtown energy ideal, complete with local shops and restaurants you actually get to on foot. And both of these towns are Central Jersey towns, which should tell you something about the range of lifestyle you can actually find within this one region without ever leaving it. Here's the part that ties every single ranking we just walked through together. Is any of this reflected in what's actually happening in the market right now, or is it just an abstract exercise with no real teeth behind it? Well, let's look at the numbers. As of June 2026, single-family closed sales across New Jersey were up 8.8% year over year, hitting 6,039 sales for the month. The median sale price rose 4% to $650,000, and homes are averaging just 30 days on the market before going under contract, according to the New Jersey Realtors June 2026 monthly indicators report.
Hey guys, it's Jan. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to New Jersey. I've helped countless families make the move. So whether you're coming out next week or next month or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to New Jersey.
Sit with that 30-day number for a second, because that's the one that should actually get your attention. This is not a market where buyers are sitting around thinking it over for a few months. That's a market where if you find a home you like in Somerset, Middlesex, or Mercer, you need to already have your financing lined up, because the demand behind these rankings is showing up in real, measurable buyer behavior, not just survey data. So let's bring this all the way back to where we started. Central Jersey isn't the boring middle everyone assumes it is. It's a region where the top-ranked county in the entire state and the top-ranked town in the entire state both happen to sit. If schools and overall family stability are your top priority, Somerset is your county. Full stop. If you want that university town energy with real diversity and culture woven into daily life, Middlesex. If Princeton's reputation genuinely appeals to you, but you need a more affordable entry point, Mercer, and specifically Princeton Junction. If you're willing to trade some housing supply for proximity to the shore, Monmouth. And if space, quiet, and farmland matter more to you than walkability, don't count out Hunterdon. Just because it landed 5th on a composite list today for the right family, it's actually 1st. None of that changes is the market itself. 30-day turnaround times and rising prices across the board mean this is not a wait-and-see region right now. If you're seriously weighing a move into any of these 5 counties, I put together a full relocation guide that breaks down school districts, commute times, and current price ranges town by town. The link is right in the description. Go grab it before you start touring homes. And if you're curious about how these Central Jersey numbers actually stack up against North Jersey or the shore, I've got a full comparison video linked right on your screen now. Watch that one next. If there's a specific town we didn't cover today, drop it in the comments and I'll get you an answer. If you're ready to actually start looking at homes anywhere in this region, my contact info is below. Happy to help you figure out exactly where you land on this list. See you on the next one.